Arkansas Razorbacks offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Keeping it on the championship, really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, and how about this offense? A little counter, a little misdirection, get everybody's eyes going one direction. They go back the other way. Nice execution by the offense to make the big running play down the field.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's a welcome sight for this defense, man. You got 4 sacks last week. They talked about it. Getting to the quarterback, pressuring him, making him feel uncomfortable. To do it on the first drive, to set the tone, to show him we're coming just like we were last week. It's a good start by this defense.
Gets the back moving. Jackson gonna throw it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive.
Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Bulldogs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And now we say hello to Nate Frazier. He made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Wiley. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Finds the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. They'll give to Frazier. There's a crease. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. On first down, Nate Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
To the air on 2nd down. Big fella moving.
70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Just just missed on the connection, incomplete.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Got it in the middle. It's flat. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Keeps it himself. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run play action. Makes the catch.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and get them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to throw at Stockton. Unleashes it. Complete downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion. Running inside, it's Frazier. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. On first down, Nate Frazier. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Looking to throw. Trying to...
How you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's got him. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Hauls it in at the 25. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. To the air, it's Stockton. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. New set of downs after the completion. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 1st down from the 43. Here's a give to Frazier. Got enough for the 1st. Finding some room. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Caught. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
We're coming in. And this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Jackson will throw. Pulls it in. It's Clapp. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy.
Oh, he's got some space. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. And it's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 30. He's out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The pick, the return, and the offense will be threatening. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Number 47, set to kick this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime, one of the things he said, he is really pleased with how they have started the first half in this tough conference opener. As you know, the SEC is a gauntlet, but he thinks his team set the tone. He said that was a great start, but we can be even better. They cannot take their foot off the gas here to start the third quarter.
Holly, thank you. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the QB here. He holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage
snags it, and there's running room. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Makes the grab. It's Marshall. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The run inside. It's Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
Here's a heat. Makes the grab on the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Looking downfield on first down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Got it. On the right. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Smith takes the handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football. That's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6, so now probably a passing situation.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short at the first. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And to open the 4th quarter, they'll start with a field goal attempt. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day. This one from 23. Absolutely center cut. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the Georgia sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a...
Well, they've been consistent with the run, and as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The run to the left. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback making checks. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
On first down, Nate Frazier.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down?
Got a little grass. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it. It's Frazier. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Marches ahead. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Bulldog! And the punishment has been extended. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease to the left. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
The give is to Smith. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got him in the open. Turning on the Jets. Inside the touchdown Razorbacks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Jackson gonna throw it. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Marshall. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Breaks into the open. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To throw, it's Stockton. Complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that.
Number 91, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He'll step out of bounds at his own 13-yard line, and that will not go down on the teach tape for kick returns. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can.
No gain on the play. Second down going up.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Here comes the offense on first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. After this, it'll be a wrap. Jackson will throw. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next,
And who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins...